Today I want to talk about the quest for happiness. I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready for church. For years I was happy, just happy. And pretty much 95% of the time I was happy, and maybe 5% I was melancholy. But people would ask my wife, is he always like this? And she would say, yeah, pretty much. I remember one time somebody asked her, does it ever get on your nerves that he's always happy? And she said, yeah, sometimes. She said, but the alternative is not good either. So I'd rather have him happy than unhappy. But anyway, I'd worked hard to just be happy and grateful in all circumstances. And like I said, maybe 95% of the time, 5% melancholy, 95% happy. Then my wife passed away. And she was my world. She was absolutely my world. And it really sent me into a tizzy. And it hasn't been until recently, it's almost been 5 years since my wife passed away, that I've realized that I've gotten back to pretty close. I would say 90-10 now. But for quite a while, for years, after my wife passed away, I would call myself 50-50. 50% happy. That's what everybody saw. But then behind the scenes, I was struggling. And it sapped a lot of my energy. It sapped a lot of my ambition. It sapped a lot of my drive. Really, it took a lot out of me. And I remember when I was living in that state, I remember thinking, is this how the rest of the world lives? Because I don't like it. I don't like spending so much of my time in a melancholy way and not feeling just happy. And I thought that maybe this is my new normal and I'll never get back to the 5% happy to melancholy ratio. But I do believe now, I don't think I'll ever be the same again, but I do think I've gotten it back to 90. But it's been a struggle. It's been a long road. Like I said, almost 5 years later, and I'm finally getting to a point where I'm just enjoying my life again like I was before, and I'm driven again. I feel ambition in my life. I'm pushing forward consistently, and things are starting to come around for me. But anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. If you're living in a world where you're just melancholy way too often, I would challenge you to figure out a way to just be happy. And one of the greatest ways ever is just to be grateful. If we're grateful for what we have, it's really hard to be unhappy. Have a great day. Bye-bye.